Sucking on my own dick. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
So here's what I want is I want to marry a woman who it's not that her dreams fail while we're together, it's that they have failed and then I meet her.
So that's still sad for you.
No, because my dreams are working.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that you meant it's like she kind of like her dreams, her life didn't pan out.
Yeah.
So you come along and she's like, oh, this is fine enough.
Well, yeah, but I don't see how that's
so
a loss
that
for
is-
me.
Because
Because I'm punching above my, this is a hot woman.
You're not. I guess you are, but you're like you're waiting for a woman to give up and settle for you.
Yeah,
That's not really
and that's
punching
how I
above your weight class.
No, because things haven't worked out for her, and thus I'm able to date her.
Right.
Yeah,
But she's still the one. Okay, I guess.
and she over time she grows to be happy with what we have.
Wow. That's your ideal?
Yeah, and truthfully, I don't see what's sad about this. What you want me to to date just like a
You don't see what's sad about. You're being silly.
I am not being
Brendan,
What,
that's
you want me to date someone just in my league who things are working out?
Yeah, you should be. You and your partner should both want to be like healthy and successful together. You want a woman whose dreams were dashed.
Indeed.
Well, now that you're hopeless, I guess you're free to carry my seed.
See, you're arguing with me, but you seem to get it.
This is not good. No, I guess I get it.
Yeah,
That's really interesting.
and that would be nice for me and her
Mm-hmm.
and our children.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how that isn't like the law. It just seems like
And that'll provide a nice balance for our kids, where they'll see me achieving, and they'll see her settling, and they'll know that either one is fine.
this is a large brain take.
Mm-hmm.
Either one is fine. No, you shouldn't settle.
But does everyone? You don't think anyone should settle?
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Just
like,
wait till we settle.
I know we're gonna settle. You will be the. I mean, I guess that's why this fantasy is hilarious because, like, what world is this where you're the one
I guess
experiencing?
I guess it also doesn't make sense because it's not like women's value, like in a dating pairing off sense, comes from
Yeah.
their success.
Also, Brendan, she could find it's like then I'll be successful, and then this hot woman will be with me. Not a successful hot man, not like a normal sized man who's also successful.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have, man. Just imagine how much money I would have to make to just be 5'6" in their eyes.
Yeah, that's
I would have to. I think it's $10,000 a year for every inch.
probably
At
yeah.
this
You'd have to
point.
be making six figures. I mean, nah, you'd have to be making maybe like mid six figures
Yeah.
to be like a normal guy.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get some of these weirdos. I've been watching. There's a whole Facebook show just called. It's called like Unusual Love or something. I can't remember, but
I love it. Like, you watch only like The Seventh Seal and Facebook Live.
I watch the films of Rainer Werner Fassbender and TikTok compilations. That's the worlds that I exist in. Yeah, no, and there's this like hot girl, and she's like she's dating this like 50-year-old guy. I guess he was like a child actor, but he's got
Damn, he was a child actor a long time ago.
yeah, a long time ago, and he's got one of these weird. He's little. Something didn't pan out when he was cooking in his mama's tummy, so he came out.
This I know that.
Yeah, you know all
Buddy,
about that.
I know all about that.
At least you're at least like proportional, and I think he walks with like a cane. Which
Oh, I'm getting there. You see that
been
foam
known.
roller on the ground?
So
I've been having a lot of medical appointments.
I was talking to the Mexican boys, and they told me that you showed up at the Comedy Store with a cane, or it was a walking stick. which is close. That's just like
I didn't show up to the Comedy Store with it.
it happened
These
to be
Mexican
with you.
boys are slid. They walked past my car and it was in my car.
Yeah. And then apparently you said, "Do not roast me."
I did. I didn't want to explain the walking stick. I'm an outdoors man. In many ways, I am a traveler.
You are.
Yeah. So every couple weeks, I like to.
What is the walking? Can I ask you, what does the walking stick do when you're walking in the woods? I've never used a walking stick.
more of some of your weight goes on your arms and shoulder and back.
Is that good for like a workout?
I mean, it takes less. It's less strain on your legs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you got a bum knee like me from being an idiot,
That's so funny.
yeah.
That's true, dude. You know what's funny? The knees don't recover.
No,
They
I
just
mean
kinda
it's been
go
so long.
bad.
Well, I mean, I also just went to the doctor about it, and it's been 6 months at least.
You've just been letting it fucking marinate.
Because I thought I'm a strong man. I can fix this, and I only have in the budget for roughly $40 worth of medical expenses a month.
Right.
So I was spending that on my brain. And now that they've told me that I'm fixed, have we talked about this on the cast?
Yeah. Oh no, we haven't talked about it, but I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
let me tell you, everyone has a lot of opinions about it.
Yes, I went into my therapy appointment, and he's like, "You did it. This is your last one." And I'm like, "What now?"
A therapist is never supposed to say you did it. That's not how therapy works.
Yeah, I could be misremembering this, but whatever he said,
I think
took
this
it to
guy might have been a bad therapist too.
I took it to mean I don't think this guy was a bad therapist. I think he works for a bad company because my insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the cheapest insurance on my plan, and that my job provides.
Mhm.
And part of this insurance is that you everything's this like I sold my soul to the company store. Like
Mhm.
you have your insurance, and then you have to buy the medicine from the insurance company. So they're
Oh.
like setting both prices, and they also you're not allowed to pick your own doctor. So like when I was trying to find a therapist at first, I was like, "Hey, do you take Kaiser?" And he's like, "No one does. You have to go through like I have to go to a building that says Kaiser on it."
Oh right, I remember you telling me this now.
Yeah. So
Man, that's evil.
and part of that is that they don't necessarily want you using the services a lot or at all,
Right.
really.
Yeah, stop bothering them.
Yeah. I called to make an appointment. They're like, what is it? Is it your brain? Oh, your knee this time. Great. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're free. You can like come over or whatever.
This asshole has two things wrong with him. What a fucking dickhead.
Yeah. Look, pick one thing.
Have a thing, guy.
What are you gonna just fix your whole body? Come on.
When I texted Tom the screenshot of you saying that you were done with therapy, and Tom just said, "Oh no," and I said, "Means huge things for the cast."
Definitely, because there's gonna be some strong content.
That's what this is now, by the way.
Yeah.
This is definitely just replacing
We're
your
Tony and
therapy
Melfi
session.
now, except not gay.
Yeah, ew.
Yeah,
Oh man,
it's-
that means something really bad happens to me in a parking lot in 3 years.
It does. Yeah, we don't have the sexual tension or whatever, but you're gonna like dream where you're just killing me.
I do think that every time, like, I'm not around you, I'm like, I have the power to stop him, and I do nothing.
Stop me from what?
Just being weird.
Oh, just like whatever I'm gonna do.
Yeah, whatever it is, whatever your crime will be.
Yeah, I tried to sit down. I never do this. I tried to sit down and free write and write stand up. And I eventually did get workout, but for a while, I don't know how to write anymore. So I was just writing tweets in a notebook, which is deranged. And
Yeah, that's an Eddie Pepitone bit.
really?
Have you ever seen Eddie Pepitone will come on stage with a binder full of papers falling out, and he goes, "These are my tweets."
But yeah, the one I like for a full 5 minutes, I was just staring at a piece of paper, and all it said was, "I'm almost done with my list of names. Can't wait to find out what they're for."
That's funny.
I think it's funny as well to just be sitting there like in a coffee shop, just furrowing my brow.
What am I gonna do to these people?
I can't wait to find out what they get.
That is pretty funny.
It could be a present. It could not be a present. There's many outcomes.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. But anyway, so I go in, I had 6 therapy sessions, and then he was like, well, what do you think where do you think we go from here? And I'm like, I think we do more therapy. I can't imagine a different scenario.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're giving me a choice between 2 things, but I don't even want to hear what the other thing is.
You're definitely, dude. It doesn't even take a therapist to see that you're not done with
Yeah.
therapy yet. Like,
Mm-hmm.
which all the best. I want you to complete this journey, but
I mean, this even happens one session after I'm like, hey, is it cool that I'm really into guns now? And he's like, yes, that is fine. Me, I do not tell all my patients this. I love guns. We just vibed out on guns.
I want to see this
I'm
guy.
like, what kind of guns do you have? And he's like, we are out of time.
Dude, I want to do a background check on this guy.
Yeah, at no point was he a doctor.
Yeah, he's just.
I call my insurance. They're like, "Oh no, they're like, "Oh no, you." I just had the address like one off. I just went into a building, and the guy's like, "Well, yes, I am a therapist,
Yeah.
and I have many guns." But yeah, so anyway, so I'm like, "No, get me more sessions." So he did. He got me 6 more sessions exactly, and then the 6 sessions were up, and he's like, "Well." Sayonara, basically.
Really? And you can't get any more therapy ever?
I mean, he the way he put it was that like yes I can, but that he thinks this is a good time to take a break, and if I need him I can call him and set up more appointments. But as of now, I got nothing on the books.
That is extremely unusual for a therapist.
Yeah, cuz I mean, I assumed I've never had a therapist before who didn't imply that this was going to be forever.
Yeah, that's what most of them imply.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, this is where I'm torn because there is a part of me that also thinks that therapy is somewhat of an imperfect method and a scam that can sometimes embolden people's.
It's almost like Match.com, where like if it worked, you would stop paying for it pretty soon.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and I think it can sometimes. It has this weird thing where some therapists can embolden people's like worse tendencies. Which from previous experience with your other therapists who were from hell.
Having me jump on the couch like Tom Cruise
No,
screaming.
you're not, that is not therapy.
That is not in any way therapy.
But this also gives me pause. Where it's just like you want to know why? Because this guy is just transparent about what a facade it is. He's just marking down days on the calendar until he's done seeing you.
Well, I mean, I think the reality of the situation is that he gets paid like $200 a session, and I am paying 20 of it, and my insurance does not want to give him $180.
I could be
week.
a fucking therapist.
Yeah.
That's a great rate just to talk to people for their problems.
You do have to go to school forever.
I
but-
don't think so.
Now that you put it that way.
I don't think that I would.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what I could start doing? This is true. Things are getting so bad as we enter, this hellscape of what is it? Privatized medicine, whatever the word is. As things get worse and worse, I could just start how bad could I go to jail if I was just offering like unlicensed therapy sessions? Because literally, people just pay me to come and sorry.
Well, you'd have to call it something else. You'd have to call it like
life coach.
counseling.
That's what a life coach is, isn't it?
I think so.
You're a therapist who's uncertified, and people pay you more money than a therapist.
I think you could do this, but you're definitely going to have to involve crystals or astrology in some way.
Oh, yeah, man, I'm gonna be a life coach. A lot of comics in DC ended up as life coaches, and now I see it.
Yeah. Christ, can you imagine having an open micer guide your life?
I think it could be what people need.
Or maybe that would be good because, I mean, an open mic comedian has made every single choice wrong from the day they left high school.
Right.
And so thus they are qualified to tell you to not do that.
Right, yeah. The first question with every session is like, you're not doing stand-up, right? You didn't start stand-up.
You didn't start doing stand. Okay, because trust me.
That's Rule number 1,
Yeah.
do not do stand-up.
Do not do stand up. And then he turns and he pulls down like a map.
Yeah.
Not a map, but like in school where you pull down the map and it's just photos of women.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is how stand up ruined my chances with each one of these
Each and
women.
every, people are just like, that's it's like actors from the 40s. It's just like, is that Rita Hayworth?
I am blocked from Facebook. I am not able to get their real photos. But this is kind of what they looked like.
Yeah, man.
I also do not have a printer, so I ripped these out of books in the library.
Don't be an idiot and do stand up. Be a genius and start a podcast.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Christ, can you imagine what you would have to do to your son if you caught him doing stand up?
Oh man, I don't even want to think about what I would do if I just found myself having a son. Imagine just finding out that you have a son.
All right, that would be rough on its own.
And then he's doing stand up.
And then he's
That's
doing-
a 1-2, dude.
Yeah. You you meet your son because he signs up at a mic that you're also at.
You're just fuck. Those are the two
You're
worst
like-
choices you can make, being my son and doing stand up.
Oh yeah, I would not choose to be your son.
Fuck no, dude.
Yeah, I can't imagine what sort of cycle of abuse you're going to continue.
I know, and the problem is, then when you meet your son 20 years later, it's like, I got all this abuse I got to catch up on.
Yeah, fuck.
I've got to get the cycle going.
I got a lot of sun-shaped holes to put in these walls.
Yikes.
In my house, I'm just gonna have a bunch of balsa wood furniture to abuse my son with. I'm just gonna be putting him through tables and shit.
So that you can psychologically damage him, but it doesn't leave a mark.
Yeah,
so
it
the
doesn't
doctors,
really hurt that bad.
The doctors don't believe him.
I'm cracking balsa wood bats over his head.
It's just balsa wood and sugar glass.
I'm just throwing plates like Raging Bull.
You know what's hilarious though? Then when your son finally stood up to you, just to like double down on the psychological damage, he would think like when he takes the bat out of your hands and snaps it over his leg in like an act of defiance, he would probably think he was like Superman or something.
Yeah.
And then like face the world with too much confidence and strength and get his ass beat immediately.
Well, what I would do
which is the long game.
I would plant a real bat in his reach so he kills me, and then he has to walk through life with that.
What? Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, you see, I've been hitting him with chairs and shit. It's all
Yeah.
just been breaking, all fun. And then he just caves in my skull, and he's like, "Oh no." And then I'm not certain exactly what lesson that would teach him, but I'd imagine it would give him something that he could walk around life with.
I'm glad that nobody here knows what that lesson is.
just a confused power move.
I mean,
With my last breath, I'm like, "Gotcha."
the idea of Truman showing your kid is really funny.
Yeah,
Because
it
on
is.
some level, you should be able to. What are the? I used to do a bit about this, but I still feel like when it comes to it's your kid, you made it. I'm just like, I don't know what the lines are. Right? How much do I? I mean, there's one thing I know you're definitely not allowed to do, but
Yeah, you would argue like it's my kid. I can see your logic there.
yeah,
It's my kid.
I
should
made
be able-
him.
Yeah.
I put all the work in. But I used to have this bit where I was like, what if I have a kid and I just want to like practice tattoos on him? I just want to use him as like a notepad for getting good at tattoos.
Yeah, you should be allowed to do that.
You should be able to tattoo your baby.
Yeah. I have a question. So if a woman gives birth to a baby, but somehow the baby like stops halfway out and only the dick is left inside, how many seconds and it becomes a crime?
Oh, I've wondered this many times. I used to freak my friends out with that in high school. I'd be like, isn't it weird that your penis was in your mom's vagina? Your penis was like rubbing against your mom's vagina a bunch when you were born? Probably because it takes a long time for those. Think about how long a birth takes.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, your head is hitting the back walls and shit.
So-
or
so-
your feet, I guess, ideally.
so funny for a woman to give like a labored birth. It takes like 5 hours. And the minute it's finally out, the police just come in and cuff her to the bed.
Yeah, because the baby, it's like
The baby's going in and out. Like
Yeah.
such.
the
Cop
baby.
just go, what's all this then?
I mean, the baby is in my mind. So the woman's back, her legs are up, and the baby comes out, but the dick is still in, and it's like a corkscrew, like you're opening a bottle of wine. The baby's just like, ooh.
That's what's going on in your mind.
Mhm.
Thank you for that.
And the cops kick in the door. Freeze!
Freeze. That's hilarious. Yeah, but that's
yeah,
what
I
happened
think
to
I'm-
all of us.
Yeah, I'm going to. Here's how I'm going to abuse my son. I'm going to raise him. He's going to have all the devices that kids have, but it's all going to be hooked up to like an intranet that I control, where I'm everyone.
What?
Like he's going to think he's online, and he's like on Facebook, Reddit or whatever. But it's like a secret. It's like an internal walled off version of it where I'm everybody else.
This was also a movie. I hate to keep doing this. the Kyle Brigsby Bear. That's what was that's the beginning of Brigsby Bear.
What the fuck is
It's
Brigsby
a
Bear?
Kyle Mooney movie where he's like raised by like this cult and he thinks he's on a forum because like they make these TV shows called Brigsby Bear, his parents, and so he's on a forum talking about this show with all these other people and it's all just his parents posting as other users. I should stop doing. Anytime
All right,
you
well,
say
then,
something that's a movie,
I guess I'll just kill him. I mean, like if I can't be original.
Yeah, your son wakes up with a gun in his mouth. You're like, sorry, the movie's already took all my ideas.
Man.
I do love that though. Yeah, we got to be able. You should be able to, because I guess the lines are blurry. Because you'd have people who like raise their kids like basically in a cult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can raise your kid to be a Scientologist.
I want to do so
You can
much.
raise your kid to be trans.
I want to do so much lying to my kids, dude.
Well, give me some lies. Give me some test lies.
I don't know, because like you have to make them go to school,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because that's the one thing is like.
Well, you don't. You can homeschool them.
yeah. How do they check up on the standards of that? I wonder.
They really don't. My friend Kelly, her parents were like hippies, and they homeschooled her, but they didn't think the government should be part of it, so they just never like registered any of it, and as a result, she has zero documented schooling.
Incredible.
Like when she applies for a job, she just says she went to high school, and no one ever checks.
People don't check college either. I found out
Yeah, that's really true. I should start saying that I have
that
a
you have a
degree.
bachelor's.
I mean, how would they? How would they do it? They're not contacting colleges.
It's so hard, and employers don't. Dude, really, all that matters.
Just
you and
say you went to Trump University. It's defunct,
it's defined. Oh,
and it's very impressive.
he was one of the greatest men.
Mhm.
He one of the most, maybe the most important man who's ever been alive. But objectively, no, I know like 3 people who are very successful. I'm not going to say their fucking names, but
Mhm.
3 people who are very successful in their respective fields who straight up didn't get degrees and just say that they did. And it's like, you and I both know
Big life hack.
the interview is way more important than anything on your resume.
Oh yeah,
Interview and knowing somebody who works there. That's how you get a job.
it's the only
That's
way.
truly the only way. No
Yeah.
one has ever been qualified for a job.
It's true. I have never once been qualified for a job. I've been in my job almost a year. I am still not qualified to do it.
You should not have that job,
I really shouldn't, and I continue to have it,
which is a mistake.
which is a grave mistake. Occasionally, they give me a raise. I don't earn it. I don't know what my numbers look, my productivity numbers, but they can't be good. The only explanation is everyone else is also bad.
I got chewed out at my my job for I didn't get any upsells last month. Although we figured out why, because there's 2 Nicks and people have been putting the C in my name for upsells. And the guy who owns it was just like, Nick, you didn't get any like upsells last month. And I was like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. This is not. That's fake. Like,
Yeah.
it's an escape room.
What do you upsell them on?
Another game.
You want to just do the same game? Oh, you have more
There's
than one
4
room?
games in there. Yeah.
Ah.
It's look. I mean, this is unsustainable. How long? Eventually,
Yeah, how long can all these escape rooms be open?
I would be willing to bet in like 7 years they're gonna be totally gone.
I mean, they're fun, but it's very expensive, and VR can replace it.
Oh, VR is coming for escape rooms, dude.
Mm-hmm.
VR's coming for everything.
It's true. I almost got a PSVR the other day. I was just
The VR's not even great on it. Though.
yeah. I'm not gonna do it, but I was in GameStop and they had it used for a good price, and then I just imagined like what VR porn would do to my brain if I could like access it more than once a year.
Right, you can't. I don't think you can even use it on PSVR.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. If you want to do VR porn, like, just get like that thing for your phone, the Google Cardboard. No, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do that.
I can't have this, dude.
I know. Well, learn some restraint.
I'll think it's my real girlfriend. I'll take it off and it'll have been 10 minutes, but I'll just be sad. You never have a dream that you have a wife and then you wake up and you don't?
Yeah. Yes. It's been a while, but I remember.
Yeah, it used to happen to me so much.
Right, and then you would wake. You said it was like weird sleep paralysis. For
Well,
you.
yeah, I mean, I had sleep paralysis every day for 2 years, and sometimes it's scary, and sometimes it's your wife. You got to roll those dice.
Jesus. I didn't know it was every day.
It was pretty much every day.
What made that stop?
Quitting drinking.
You were drinking was giving you sleep paralysis?
I don't know. I mean, I think it had some. My theory is it has something to do with being dehydrated and your brain's tired
Oh.
and like shitty sleep. Because I haven't really had it at all since.
Weird.
But
I would imagine you're still dehydrated though, Brendan.
yes,
Of
I
all
would-
the things that have changed, I think dehydration is still a major factor in
as
your
I
life.
swig my diet
You
Mountain
swig
Dew.
your Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I mean, I drink coffee all day at work.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not very wet on the old insides.
No, dude.
What
There's
about
no
you?
way.
You
I
getting your
I
8 glasses?
only drink water.
Hmm,
It's the only thing I drink.
that's good.
It's great. Look at. Why do you think my skin is so soft?
I've never felt your skin, and I shall
A
not.
lot of people are touching my skin lately. And
A lot
they
of people
think
are
that it's very soft.
Who's been touching that skin?
There's somebody touching my skin at a bar a couple nights ago. She was like, "Your skin is soft." I was like, "Yeah." Who are you telling?
Yeah, stupid.
That is my although I will say I think it's sometimes a backhanded compliment where like sometimes women will touch my face and they'll be like they're like, "Your face is softer than mine," and I'm like, "All right, don't say that." That's not what I want to hear.
Oh wow, Nick, your pussy is so tight.
Yeah. Fuck.
Nick,
I want to be grizzled so bad.
You have such a velvety. I was gonna say vulva, but then I
Labia.
don't like yeah.
Yeah.
You have such a velvety labia.
Oh, dude, my labia is like fucking
Look, if
melted chocolate.
I had a labia, if I had a pussy,
Let me tell you.
it'd be the softest pussy. Everybody would talk about how good my pussy is.
If I had a pussy,
We love my pussy, don't we, folks?
I'd have fucking big labs out the vulve drooping down.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
I may not have a big dick, but if I had a pussy, it would be the biggest pussy.
Yeah, because your dick has nothing
Which
to do
I assume people want.
Look, dick has nothing to do with how big your pussy would be. That's all your balls, right? Because your balls are indicative of how puffy and droopy
Yeah.
the vulva is going to be.
And I got some saggy, smelly balls.
They're a mess.
Yeah. I don't think you've seen them, but I'm sure you can imagine. Have you
Oh.
ever seen my dick and balls?
No, I'm able to create a composite image based off other things that I know about you. Just like, I can just like scan the data that is your body and imagine that I probably have a pretty good idea.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You can just kind of... you don't even have to do that. You just kind of have to glance at me peripherally and be like, oh, that guy's dick and balls sucks.
They're trash.
Mhm. Look at the way he's standing. You can just tell by the way the light hits him.
Man, yeah, I don't know. We got to stop talking about our dicks on this podcast. I'm afraid that I'm gonna, because I just truly don't know.
You
I
have no idea what your dick is
I think
like?
I have no idea what my body is like in general. I'm starting to realize I think I have like body dysmorphia.
Probably.
It's getting bad.
I mean, I think I do too, because we're the same way. Where like if we work out for one day, we're like, I'm getting pretty cut.
no, it literally is that. And then I'll think if I haven't been working out, like if I'm working out consistently, right, for 3 weeks, and then I miss it for 2 days, when I look at myself in the mirror, I think I've lost all the muscle. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm like, I look emaciated. I was even dude, like when I catch my wrists, I just had to do this with Pierce. Like my wrists, the way they look so scrawny and skinny to me. And then Pierce was like, "What are you talking about?" And then like because his wrists are genuinely skinny, and then he put his wrists next to mine.
You just have like your bones protrude. But
Yeah,
they're
my
not skinny.
My bone sticks out. Yeah, but I I put my wrist next to Pierce's wrist, and it was like everything came into focus, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I'm like
Yeah.
not seeing it the way it really is.
It's important to compare your wrists to your boy's wrists so that you can stay grounded.
So that you can have an objective view of reality.
yeah, that's my only lifeline on what's real.
When I'm dissociating, everyone show me your wrists. Touch your wrists to my wrist. Show me how big and strong my wrists are.
I love having strong wrists.
Dude, I gotta fucking strengthen my. It was to the point where I was even doing like wrist like workouts. And I was like,
Like that's gonna be the make or break.
yeah, I don't know. Like my biggest fear is like if I'm out meeting someone who I think is attractive, her eyes are gonna be drawn. Well, you know where your eyes are drawn, people's wrists.
Yes,
And
it's
she's gonna be
true.
like, oh, look at his bad jeans.
all women judge you like Ray Charles. Feeling your wrist. This bitch has tiny wrists.
Is that how Ray was judging people on the wrists?
Yeah, well, I mean, in the movie, Ray, it's just to, he's like, he grabs their wrists, and that's how he can tell if the woman's hot, because he's blind.
You can tell if a woman's hot by the wrists?
Well, not that well, but I mean, you're not allowed to like grab her tits and pussy in public wherever you're hitting on her.
But the wrist doesn't tell you if she's. Couldn't he touch her face? Like that's blind. I've seen blind people touch the face.
I got to start pretending to be blind so that I can touch women's faces. I assume that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Like when you're blind, you can touch anyone's face.
Yeah, because you say something that sounds mysterious and like poignant, like I want to know you.
Ooh.
Give me a moment to know you as you really are, and then you run your hands down their eyes and cheeks. It's so funny that imagine if they're ugly and just like.
Ew.
Get the fuck out of my dressing room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
say that's a long game to keep up just to touch a woman's face, Brendan.
Yeah, I'm walking around with like the cane and the glasses, tripping and just grabbing tits. What does this say in Braille? It's the number 2, I think. I don't
There's
learn
two of
Braille.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't know Braille at all.
I don't know Braille at all. Man, I would like to think that if I was blind, I would become the kind of guy who like all my senses heightened so that I can still do archery and shit.
Like Daredevil.
Yeah, I think that would be good for me.
Still, are you doing archery currently?
No, but I think I would learn. I was thinking about getting a bow and arrow, in case of the event, but I'll probably just get a gun.
It's very funny to learn archery and then blind yourself with a chemical. You're like, why'd you do that? It's like, oh, so I could continue doing archery.
Yeah, so that I could get better.
So I can be better at archery.
Yeah, I thought I had leveled up with my eyes, so now I'm trying to just be blind.
Jesus. And then doctors are like, by the way, that stuff that you splash in your eyes is also poisoning your body.
Yeah, you're
It was
also dying.
full-on toxic sludge.
That was melted lead. Brendan, you blinded yourself by eyedroppering in lead paint.
It's like, I thought that's what a superhero was.
Yeah, I thought a superhero was when you're just any blind guy.
Yeah, I thought a superhero was just like something that was supposed to hurt you, but then like, 1 out of 100 chance it didn't. That's why I've been throwing myself down the stairs. Just
Yeah.
like hoping like the off chance that I just get up stronger.
To me, any sort of deformity is a superpower.
Yeah.
So like no legs, Down syndrome, any of it. I'm
mean, they
like,
are-
get that
there's-
guy a cape.
Hey, I agree, dude. They are superheroes.
Yeah.
They're doing drag. They're all gussied up.
Mm-hmm. They're very strong. They're beautiful now. I think Down syndrome is the closest that we're ever gonna have to like the Captain America serum. I mean, send
Give
those.
me- well, we do give it to people.
Yeah,
The government administers Down
the
syndrome.
government administers Down syndrome. But yeah, I mean, send them over to Iraq. I think they'd be the perfect soldiers because 1, very strong. 2,
They're not strong.
no.
No.
What about retard strength? The trope.
No, people with Down syndrome, I think that they're famously like they have weak hearts and brittle bones, dude. That extra chromosome really fucks up their genetics. No,
they're
retard
big
strength-
and strong.
No, that's not. No, you've mixed up your retards.
All right, what's the strong kind?
That's just like general. It's
That's
not
where
Down
you get like
syndrome.
kicked by a horse or something.
It's where, yeah, and like, so your body's just pumping adrenaline all the time.
Mhm.
Like you're
I would
pineal
have.
gland or something.
Here's a theory, and I've not tested this certainly, and I doubt anyone ever will. But I bet people with Down syndrome are immune to PTSD
Oh yeah, they don't.
because
know
they're
what
always
that is.
happy, you know.
They love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, that makes sense. My cousin Buzzy has Down syndrome, and that kid, he's been through hell and back. Had a heart attack. No, I mean really. Listen, something about Down syndrome is not easy life. You spend a lot of it, you know. Ugh, I shouldn't be saying this about my cousin, but I mean, yeah,
roll
been
with the
through the
gloves.
ringer, been through the ringer medically, and he still loves his puzzles.
He loves his damn puzzles.
Maybe that is PTSD. Actually, I guess a lot of veterans do fixate on like puzzles and simple things.
Yeah, I do my jigsaw puzzles. I feed the pigeons.
Yeah, it's just like he's fine. He's doing. He did.
He loves his long walks.
He did 100 puzzles in a day. His brain is fine.
His
There's
brain is
nothing
good.
wrong
even.
with him. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't do 100 puzzles.
I can't. Puzzles are like a weird thing. Like it's not even like a clear artist's thing. But like being a guy who does metal puzzles,
Oh, like the
that guy
3-dimensional
doesn't.
puzzles?
Yeah, that guy doesn't fuck. I would imagine.
No, why would he's achieving?
Yeah,
Why would he fuck?
hmm
He's solving the mysteries of.
he's a large-brained king.
Yeah, dude.
hmm I hate when the pussy is presented to me like a puzzle. You know, like some women, they act like, oh, you know, it's pretty hard to make me come. It's like, well, then I don't want to play.
I'm looking for a 500-piece puzzle.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to fuck around with these 2,000 pieces.
it's got puppies or something on it,
Yeah.
something real easy. But not Don't you give me that Dalmatian shit where it's all white and black. Fuck that.
Yeah. It's like, do I want to work this hard at one of these when it's like I can just see.
Yeah.
I know what a golden retriever looks like.
I truly feel like I've leveled out of sex because, like, it's like, oh, well, can you make me come?
Bold.
You know, women, I mean, they don't say this because I don't fuck and I don't
Right.
go on dates, but, like, you know, I imagine in my hypothetical arguments that
I
I
do wanna
have with
say,
women in my brain.
You're just floating cross-legged right now with your hands at your sides.
It's true.
Just a mystical being who's leveled out of sex.
Yeah, I've leveled out of sex. But, you know, they're like, oh, what, are you going to make me come? It's like, bitch, I don't come. No one's coming here. If you come, we're not even.
Mexican standoff.
Yeah.
It's a total.
Man, I really gotta start putting out videos of me doing stand-up that aren't about me not coming. Because, I mean, I don't have any bits about it, but, like, every, like, Kill Tony clip, every roast battle, it's just, I imagine my dad sitting. My dad watched my roast battle. He said he watched it at work with one of his coworkers,
Oh my
which he said
God.
was a mistake. But, man, I can't imagine what my parents think about my dick. I hope that they don't think too hard about it.
It's almost certainly in the back of their minds.
At all times.
Like, how do you not? I mean, my dad
My
listened.
dad, he's driving to pick up milk or something. The storm's coming. He sees everybody scrambling, fighting over bread and eggs. And he's just like, I hope my son's dick works in California. The hurricane's coming, but what does it really matter?
Yeah, I'm surprised how you and Isaac's parents, because Isaac has the same thing where like his parents have watched his incredibly revealing Kill Tonys. Yeah, what would I do if I knew anything at all about anyone in my family's genitals?
You've never seen your dad's dick, even when you were a kid?
If I have, I don't remember it.
Hmm.
I'm sure I must have, because there's some like picture of us like obviously when I was like a baby, like him holding me in the shower because my mom like took the picture. I mean, you don't see it. It's artfully done. You don't see.
It's tasteful, you know.
Yeah, you don't.
They had a nice soft they had a nice soft box for the lighting.
Yeah, there's a pineapple in front of my dick. It's just,
He has a pineapple in front of his dick, and then
Yeah.
you have a regular apple in front of yours.
hey, come on.
You're a baby.
That's a.
What? you,
I don't like that.
you hate being emasculated so much that you can't even admit your baby dick
I had a
was small.
huge. My dick as a baby was huge.
It's
If anything,
yeah.
it's been getting smaller since then.
All right, I'll give you that.
So yeah,
It's
no,
a weird way to be humble.
no. I'll. I mean, I will. Have I talked about the story on here about like my girlfriend in high school who like there was this whole thing where like have I told this story?
I mean, you haven't in any way let on what story it is, but I'd imagine you haven't.
She made me stop sucking on her nipples when we would have sex because she was like, she's like, I don't know how to explain it. It just reminds me of my dad. And then we were having another conversation where we were like talking about penises, and she was like, yeah, I thought more penises were going to be purple. And I was like, why? She's like, I feel like my dad's penis is purple. And like to the point where I was like, should I do something? Like,
Ooh.
I know, man.
Ooh.
I mean, I was 17. I was ill-equipped to
Yeah.
to deal with this.
Maybe you told that before, but maybe I was like, oh, I'm not processing that into long-term
Dude,
memory.
I still kind of haven't processed it.
Mm-hmm. We should get her on the cast.
No, I don't think I should reach out to her.
No, I would imagine not. Who would be the worst person for you think to listen to the cast?
Also, let me explain.
Like,
I wasn't. Hang on. Let me rephrase. I shouldn't say sucking on her nipples. I wasn't sucking on. That's weird. It's weird to suck on somebody's nipples. I would just
No,
like
it
put them in
isn't.
my mouth a little bit.
you suck nipples. Don't be weird.
I feel like sucking on nipples when I put it like it sounds.
You're not like drinking milk.
no, for
Nothing's
sure.
coming out of them.
I understand, but when you say just sucking on nipples by itself, it implies that it's the main event, which it was not.
That would be an alpha move. Like maybe I would love to do that. Like a girl's like, do you want to fuck? Which already a crazy scenario. But
Yeah.
she's like, do you want to fuck? And the answer most times is no.
Yeah.
But if I was like, no, but I'll suck your nipples and just that would be fun.
Have I done that? No, I've done that with like. I've been so tired where I'm just like, I don't want to fuck. I'll go down.
If
on
I'm
you.
not, I mean, if I'm not horny, eating pussy is mildly unpleasant. It's not like the worst.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the pits.
Jesus Christ.
But if I'm not horny, it's the same way that like if you're not horny and like a girl is making out with like a lot of tongue, you're like, this is gross.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm down to fucking chow down on some sniz and some fucking bung.
Well,
Nice
you and I
snooze bun
process
combo.
trauma very different.
Yeah, that you think trauma did this to you?
I do.
Okay, well, yeah,
That or I'm secretly gay. Who knows? I'd imagine that I'm not.
who's it a secret from? You as well?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
But you'll just suck on some nipples when you're not down to have. See, I think that's weirder than.
'Cause I mean, nothing comes out of them. It's not gross.
But you're not even getting hard.
I mean, I've never done this. This is a hypothetical.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it's like I don't even think. I mean, like I think that sucking on people's nipples. I mean, fuck, I don't mind when my nipples are sucked on a little bit. Fuck it, it's all coming out, right?
That.
But yeah, I'm letting loose. But you know,
I've always been disappointed by the lack of sensation.
but oh, see, my nipples are very sensitive.
Mhm.
I can't really wear sports jerseys too well.
So you're always wearing like soft shirts.
Yeah, dude, tri-blend.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. But yeah, so I don't think that just stimulating nipples back and forth, it feels like not a great transaction
Yeah. Certainly it's a raw deal for somebody.
for both parties, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Nipples do nothing for me. I've had my ass eaten once, and that didn't really feel like anything.
Mm.
But maybe
But
she
you-
was doing a
it's-
lousy job.
Well, you probably have a lot of hair back there.
that is true.
There's
yes.
no way you're gonna feel your ass. That poor woman.
No, that was fine for her.
Okay.
Or if it wasn't, she deserved it.
Okay.
Also, I was in the showers. Even if his hair was clean.
Yeah, right. Oh god, can I tell you what my life has fucking been? We got no hot water at our apartment, which is not to that we've paid for it. Apparently, it's all fine. It's just broken. Which has sucked because have you ever tried washing yourself with freezing cold water?
It's rough.
It's rough. Do you know what I've been doing to
What?
take showers? I've been boiling water in a kettle and then pouring it over myself like a dog or like someone on the prairie.
I did that as well in Philly. Our hot water was fucked for a
Mhm.
while, and I would heat up a nice bit of water on the stove,
Yeah.
and then I would like boil the water, and then I would pour it. I would fill the tub with room temperature water, and I would pour the boiling water into it to try to like even it out to like warm.
Oh yeah, I can't take. We have no stopper, so I can't take a bath.
Ah, that sucks. But yeah, it really made me feel. I'm like, well, this is what it's going to be like afterward. You know?
That I will say, I was like,
After whatever happens, this is what it's going to be like for me all the time.
yeah, you're gonna have to be. Except, here's the thing though. After whatever, how are you gonna heat the water up?
With fire, you know.
On the fire, yeah.
Yeah, got a nice metal cylinder full of like a nice burn barrel. You know,
Oh yeah.
any kind of dystopian future has burn barrels just around.
Around,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
'cause
you
that's
throw a
true.
nice grill over top of it, and you know, a lot of carbon monoxide, but
What are you gonna do?
yeah.
There's already gonna be plenty of that going around.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it is. It's very humiliating to pour water over yourself. I don't even
like
know.
a whore in cowboy times.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. Just like having to. I don't know what. I guess it's the way it comes out. It's the way it hits my hair and just like causes one streak to become wet unevenly, just like down the middle. Something about that just feels like you're worthless. You're a fucking clean yourself off.
You're an orphan in some sort of
fucking
Victorian
idiot.
castle.
Yeah.
You loser. Welcome to the asylum.
Also, there's nothing worse than like. Obviously, the kettle is small, so I didn't have enough water. So then I had to like run out of the shower and like boil more water, just dripping wet. And it's cold because it's not like my house isn't super hot; it's all tile.
Yeah.
So this was the funniest shower I've ever taken, basically.
There's all kinds of zipping around.
Yeah, it sucked. I hope we get the hot water turned back on.
I hope so too. Your house is like barely a house, but now one room is very nice.
That is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And they fucking got rid of. I had a dresser in my room that they weren't using. So I had like this huge dresser where I was putting my clothes. And before the makeover show came, because my roommates got their home made over, because they forgot that it was happening. They forgot that there was a home makeover show coming. So they were like, "Hey, can we have the dresser back? We want it for our room here." And I was like, "Yeah, it's your guys' dresser. That's totally fine. I'll move it back in there." 2 weeks later, the home makeover show comes and they just destroy the dresser and throw it out. And I was like, "What?" Because they gave him
Just
a
to
new,
flex on you?
nicer one. Yeah, the homemade, and I was like, "Why couldn't we?" Okay, all right, that's fine. Like,
That's just gonna be your path. Every month you're gonna lose something from that room.
where I'm just like, I think that I'm helping,
Can't I have a lamp?
and then they just break it in front of me.
Yeah. We got a very large man to sit on your lamp. We got a 500-pound man to come over and sit on your belongings, Nick.
I just watch my lamp leave as that man. It's just stuck in his ass as he walks away. Just goes over, just into the sunset.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
What else do
it's
you
just
love
Like, fuck,
that they
large
can take from you?
A large black man keeps coming into my house and shoving my possessions in his ass.
I'm furious.
Wordlessly, and then he leaves.
He will not tell me his name.
Everything I love has gone into this man's ass.
Rita, my pillows, records. That's about it. What else do you have?
He only visited 3 times, so it was very upsetting.
Yeah, you're being punished by some sort of like European version of like some folk tale who comes to punish children. Only he just oh man, the Baba Yaga comes and he punishes incels.
Yeah. He just. Well, I was about to do a riff that was not nice. Definitely don't want to do the riff.
Okay. Well, let me think of a nice replacement riff. Well, here we are in the riff zone.
This is the riff void.
This is the riff void.
Yeah, I don't know. Next time I have a racist riff, I promise I'll just let it fly. But I pulled back, I have to admit. I didn't want to let the
pulled
plane
back?
crash. I pulled the fucking, what do you call that in the plane where you pull up and then you don't hit the ground?
Not crashing.
Oh, no, but the actual name of the...
The
Yeah, what the fuck are the pilots doing in the front of the plane? Why don't I know the
fucking all
names of that
jerking
shit?
off. Yeah. They should explain to us what's going on up there.
What the...
Last time I was on a plane, left completely in the dark. I don't know who's up there. They don't come on and say their name anymore.
They don't. And you know what I hate? You fly Spirit, but I fly Spirit only because I'm very poor. And they do all these jokes about how they're the worst airline. And it's like, that's not. They do all these. They like, dude. Even like the gay flight attendant who was doing his spiel was like making a joke about. He's like, in the event of a crash, don't look for any of those airbags because we're Spirit and we don't have those. Blah. And I was like, how is that legal to say? How are you not breaking a serious like?
That'd be funny if like Spirit's budget is so low they have a straight they have a straight airline attendant.
It's very
They're
crazy.
like, I'm sorry, we couldn't afford a charming gay.
Yeah.
So this is James.
This is James the normal mask. Just like no, like their whole thing, even on their website, dude, it looks like it was drawn in like pencil and then like shaded in. Their whole thing is like, can you believe they let us have an airline? It's like, please be confident about putting me in the sky.
This is not cute.
This is not funny. There's so much that can go wrong.
It is so important that the plane is good. It is immensely important that we're on a good plane. You know what's terrifying about? I just flew Delta.
Yeah.
Delta has this horrifying animation that they play now, and so you're like in the air. It's you've been up for hours because you're at the airport or whatever, and they play this animation about like safety where it starts. It's two live action flight attendants with like these menacing grins. And they like open a book that the camera then zooms into, and then you're in the safety book. And it's like they keep having all these like these weird, surreal little like gags in the thing where it's like, remember to strap in your children, and the guy like is strapping in his children, and then he turns and he sees like a lizard man strapping in his child, and then it like zooms back, and the guy's like, ooh, like scared.
See, this is where I'm starting to be like. Tim and Eric might now be like a net negative for like ever since Tim and Eric started directing commercials, you know, because initially they were like parodying the way and then they just became the people who directed commercials, and now like commercials just kind of like emulate that. Like they think that like doing that is like what it's the marketable thing that people like, but it's just strange.
It's very strange, like that. And the most horrifying beat of this commercial. It's like before you leave the plane, remember that you have all your belongings, and it's a cartoon man grasping because he's forgotten his face, and then the flight attendant brings him his face, and he's like, "Thank you." And he puts his face back on. Horrifying.
What the fuck is going on?
And I'm just saying, everyone else is like not not watching it, just sleeping. And I feel like I'm like, am I the only one seeing this? Is this a blank? Is this static?
Right? Yeah. Well, no, dude. You know what? It's funny is like I feel like everybody in my dad, my aunt, like when I would have like Tim and Eric on. To go back to or like any like weird Adult Swim shit that I would have on, they would look at it absolutely perplexed, like when I was younger. And now that's what all marketing,
all
is.
media,
and they're just they just accept it and they're unfazed. And now I'm the one who's like, no, this wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be
an
everything.
exception. Yeah, it's supposed to air at 3 a.m. on one channel.
Like it's so fucking weird. Have you seen that? Is it the airport or the bus station? What's got that weird? Oh, it's the Denver airport. That's got, like, the crazy, the weird like gas mask art and like all the Illuminati shit. Mm-hmm. And you see that they put a talking gargoyle in it. That like you can it'll like interact with kids and it'll explain to them that the mural isn't weird. And then it jokes about being in the Illuminati. Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, dude, you got to get on Facebook
damn it.
Watch. This is another thing I watched on Facebook.
Ugh. What kind of gun are you gonna get, Nick?
I don't know. I've been thinking about an old one.
An old one? Like
Yeah,
a
maybe like
1911?
1911 would be sick. There was a
But 45, that's going to be rough to come by.
maybe like a 410.
I'm not familiar. What's that?
It was this old rifle that my grandfather had me shoot the first time I went to a gun range, and I almost shot my foot off because the hammer was like fucked up and rusty, and I couldn't get it back all the way. And so I'd pull the gun down this way, like trying to pull the hammer back with all my might, and then it like went off, just like very close to me.
Well, yeah, that sounds good. You want that.
I want that back.
I'm thinking about either a Beretta M9 or a CZ75B.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I want a Glock.
A Glock? I'm not a Glock guy. I've been shooting Glocks, and just the polymer shit doesn't feel right in my hand. You know?
Yeah.
You know, I want to like Glocks because I I'm in many ways like John Wick, and I want to be just like him, my hero, my dad, John Wick, and he loves Glocks. But that was a weird thing to me. Like I've been watching the John Wick movies recently. I'm like, is there product placement for guns now?
Yeah, I think with that, yeah.
Yeah, that seems weird. Like going to a movie made in Hollywood that's advertising a gun that you can't legally own in this state.
Yeah, that is weird, actually. I guess I haven't really thought about that.
Yeah. You know what I found out recently? We just missed it. Apparently, like a month ago, the law about like the capacity of magazines that you can have in California just expired for 1 week.
So people went nuts?
People went nuts.
Why do people in
Like
California...
200,000 high capacity magazines were like shipped into California over 1 week.
Shit.
And the cops just couldn't do anything about it because like the way it works is like high capacity magazines in
I love
California.
that you preface this with, we missed it.
We missed it. It's like, oh man, you missed it. You went home and then a bunch of girls showed up.
Fuck. But it was really just high capacity magazines.
High capacity
just like-
magazines, you know? Look, who's to say how many bullets the magazines that the secret police have are going to hold?
Right.
Shouldn't we have at least that many?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Thanks for backing me up, Nick.
I'm with you 100%, dude. Let's get bump stocks back.
Yeah, you know, bump stocks, they seem fine.
They never... When's the last time you heard anything bad about them?
I mean, it's crazy. Like, people are talking a lot of shit on AR-15s. But the more I learn about guns,
go.
the more it's like AR-15 is such a generic term. So many companies make that gun.
Right.
That it's like being like, "Wow, man, we have an obesity. Can you believe people are drinking soda?
Yeah, no. I mean, I
Yeah.
think what this is again, it's people who are just like not like people who just think that guns should be illegal, who are barely informed, who are using that to sound like they're being specific. You know what I mean? Like yeah.
You see these fin grips? You know about this?
What's a fin grip?
A fin grip is like if you have a rifle, it's illegal in California for it to have like a pistol grip.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You know, which is the safest way to handle a gun.
Mm-hmm.
So they made it so that you have to have a big piece of plastic bolted onto it so that it's harder to hold.
That's weird.
Yeah, there's so many crazy laws. There's another law where, like, if you have what's considered an assault rifle, they don't want you to be able to, like, change the mag.
Uh-huh.
So they have what's called a bullet button, where it's, like, illegal to be able to change the mag without using a tool of some sort. And they ruled, like, a casing is technically a tool. So, like, you need to be able to... You can't just swap it out. You have to push in a bullet into this like little hole to like get it. So basically that means that you can't like easily unload a gun.
Right.
Like in a bad situation, you're like, well, that just has to be loaded.
Hang on. Listen to the terms you're already using. You know, like in a bad situation. I wish everybody could see the way you just raised your eyebrows at me.
Mm-hmm. Look, and the micro stamp. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we should probably wrap this up.
All right. This is a hot one.
This is a hot one.
All right, yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is if you're listening to this cast, you got to stock up on canned goods. And you got to defend your rights.
And learn how to shower with a kettle.
Learn how to shower with a damn kettle.
All right, boys and girls.
All right. Come join the Discord. Come hang out with us.
Oh yeah. The Discord, you got to pin to your Twitter, and it is pinned to your
Yeah,
Twitter, right?
we'll pin it to the Coward Hour
Hour
Twitter
Twitter.
as well. Check
Or-
out my video from Roast Battle. It's on my YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got any fucking shows.
No, yeah, I've had shows this month, but I just haven't been plugging them. Sorry, guys. Well, my stand-up is special.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find
You don't
it.
want anyone to see it.
Yeah, it's like all those. It's like when Jack White releases records via balloon.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same approach I'm taking to stand up.
Yeah, Nick whispers his jokes into a box that he then throws out to sea.
Yeah, and whoever can find it,
opens it and hears the jokes.
Sorry, guys. Sorry for those people.
See you later,
All
like a
right.
baby,
Bye.
leave her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up portfolio showing growth. Fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self suck. Oh fuck, I busted already. I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady. Now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo heavy petting on a Friday night. Not talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right.